Hey y'all! What's going on, everybody? Oh, it is so dark in my room here. What is going on? Hey, welcome to Not Wine with Dave. It is Not Wine with Dave. Tonight's the last episode of 2020. 80-something, I don't even know how many episodes. 87 episodes. I turned tonight into Eggnog with Dave. All right, so I got my eggnog. Tonight, I've got some really cool guests. Look at this first. Let's just talk about this. Eggnog. You gotta love eggnog. So thanks for tuning in. If it's your first time here, go ahead and click follow because I got some really cool guests coming up. And if you're starting a business or if you are just an entrepreneur starting something, give me a call. I would love to interview you, have you on the show. Tonight is a first, though. I am interviewing 3 people, totally different people. Young and old, Florida, Kansas, and in Rhode Island, all 3. So I am so excited about tonight. Been looking forward to this, but it's been crazy trying to juggle everything. I really do need a producer and an engineer, like I've said countless times. It's crazy doing a live show. There's a lot going into it. But yeah, see over here, over to my left right there, these little gifts, 3 gifts. I'm going to talk about 3 things that I think you guys need to buy. So get your credit cards out. Don't leave just because I said that word, because I think you're going to really like these things. And there's going to be some giveaways too if you hang in there till the end. So it is Wine with Dave, or Eggnog with Dave, formerly known as Wine with Dave. I am drinking eggnog tonight, last episode of the season. All right, let's get into this. Let's get rid of that thing because we don't need this. You know, usually I do Did You Know? Some really crazy facts. But tonight I'm going to do something a little different, and I'll tell you in just a second who is watching. Steve Harvey, happy holidays. Yes, happy holidays to you too, Steve. Glad that you're watching. I'm trying to look at your... Oh, it's Pavement is your thing. That is awesome. Happy holidays. I'm here for the chocolate. There you go. And we got Luz Sosa. Sorry, Luz. Luz Sosa, happy holidays, Dave. Happy holidays to you too. Thanks for tuning in, one and all. Type in where you're from. Just get those fingers going and type it in and just tell me where you're from. Love to hear where you're coming from. I get people from Baltimore, Scotland, California, Florida, Greece, all over the world. It's so funny going live on Facebook. You don't know who is going to pop in and see you. Of course, hashtagging helps, right? Hashtagging helps a lot. All right, so what I'm going to do is this. I think you're going to like this. I really think you're going to like this. Let me get this out of the way. These are 9 things that I'm sure you didn't know about Christmas. Did you know that Jingle Bells was written for Thanksgiving and not Christmas? That's right. Did you know that Rudolph's red nose is probably the result of a parasitic infection of his respiratory system? Parasitic infection of his respiratory system. That's why a deer would get a red nose. They have been known to get red noses. In the Netherlands, Sinterklaas, the Dutch version of Santa Claus, arrives from Spain, not from the North Pole. Trying to move my desk out of the way. From Spain, huh? Spanish Santa Claus. In Germany, Poland, and Ukraine, finding a spider or a spider web on a Christmas tree is believed to be a harbinger of good luck. So, if you see a spider web on a tree, that's what it means. If you're in the Ukraine or Poland or Germany. I thought this was interesting. One of the 2 most popular times for couples to break up is 2 weeks before Christmas. That is the number 1 time for couples to break up, 2 weeks before Christmas. So right now, if you're on shaky ground and you're dating someone, I'd get the resume out. Do you know what the second most popular time or high point, well, it's probably a low point, time for couples to break up? Spring break. The week just after spring break. A lot of people break up. I wonder why. Japanese people traditionally eat at KFC for Christmas dinner. I didn't do a lot of research on that, but that's what Google says, so I'm going to go with it. The first artificial Christmas tree wasn't a tree at all. In fact, it was created out of goose feathers that were dyed green. Got 2 more for you. Ready? Number 8. Iceland has 13 Santas and an old lady who kidnaps children. 13 Santas and an old lady who kidnaps children. That is the kind of holiday you have if you're in Iceland. That is good. Vintage. Vintage hood eggnog. $6 for eggnog. It's really expensive. All right, ready? The number 9. The 9th thing that you do not know about Christmas, and I guarantee you don't know this one. In Germany, Heiligabend, or Christmas Eve, is said to be a magical time when the pure in heart can hear animals talking. And that wraps up that edition of, where is it? 9 things you didn't know about Christmas. I thought that was cool. I don't know. That's just me. Who else do we have? Samir from New York City. Husenov. Shamir Husenov. Greetings from New York City, Samir. Great having you here. You're probably feeling the blizzard right now that we're about to. Well, I didn't even look out all day, so I don't even know. Jordanos! What's going on, Jody? Hi, Dave. Good real estate agent right here if you need. Oh, she just disappeared. She's so busy selling houses. She just came on and went back. She's closing on a deal right now. Right there. If you need a house, call her. Or if you have a house. I heard there's like no houses for sale. She's looking for that stuff. What else do we have? Monica Berthelsen from Arizona. Nice, Monica. Haven't had anyone from Arizona. It must be really hot there. It must be a balmy 85 degrees. And Bob Goldberg, I'm from Miami, but I live in Maryland. Nice. I think I knew that. I am here. She's here. We'll put you. I got Jody on my mind. Isn't that a country song? I've got Jody on my mind. Anyway, I'm going to get right into this. It's 8 after 9, not 9 after 8. And my first guest, I am really excited about all 3 guests, but this one is the youngest guest I have ever had in my entire life. Let me switch to this pane, okay? Boom! Here I am. I'm going to bring this guest on. I think you're going to like her. So let me read her little bio here. It's really interesting. Her name is Isis Langer. You're going to fall in love with her. And you're going to be inspired by her. So bring your kiddies around the TV set or whatever. Bring them around the laptop with the fire burning. I put myself in that 1950s, 1930s mode where we all sat around watching the radio shows. Not me. I wasn't even born then. But anyway, gather your kids. That's what I'm trying to say. Gather them around because they're going to be inspired to start a company. My first guest is 12-year-old CEO of Elapa Incorporated, a nonprofit organization that sells merchandising to raise awareness and funding to stop illegal poaching around the world. Okay, let me turn this thing off because I want to introduce you to Isis Langer. How are you, Isis?
There we are.
Good. How are you? Can you hear us?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good.
I heard you're very shy. Is that true?
No.
I'm kidding. I'm a kidder. I know you're not shy. You can't be shy in a CEO. I got a question for you, though. Before we get into what you sell and what you started with your dad, you're 12 years old, right?
Yeah.
What do your friends think of you now? Are they like, that is so cool? Or like, are they snubbing you? What's going on?
Well, half of them don't even know that I'm a CEO of anything because I don't really talk that much to them.
Yeah, yeah.
She's not in school that much.
Yeah, I'm also not in school that much, so.
That's true. You're taking a virtual school. Well, I think it's fascinating that you're 12 years old and you're a CEO of Elapa. So, how did you come up with the logo and the name of Elapa? And then we'll get into what is Elapa.
So, sorry. My parents, they sent me to a graphic design camp when I was around like 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And on Friday, the last project that we had to do was to design a t-shirt. And I mixed his favorite animal, which is elephant, and then dad as in paw. So, and then I mixed it together and I got Ella. And then I stuck those letters on a t-shirt and I found these like 4 elephants online. And yeah.
You found elephants online?
Yeah.
Is that like
Little logos.
is that the app that you like? If you like the elephant, if it's cute, you swipe right. If it's an ugly elephant, you swipe left. No. Alan, she's too young for that. Dating elephants.
What, Tinder?
Tinder. Isn't there a Tinder for elephants? I'm kidding. I'm getting silly. This eggnog is getting to me, Isis. That's cool. So you took a graphic design course, came up with a business idea, and it's Elapa. First of all, I love that. I love the font. I love the logo. I love the whole look. What's the story behind this? The whole story. Oh, you got it. You're wearing it now. That's good.
Yeah.
Tell them how we got the logo and what happened.
So, what was that app that we used?
Five.
Whatever it's called. We use that app to find someone to create a logo.
Oh, Fiverr.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry,
We got an echo, so it's hard to talk with the phone here. So
Oh, okay. Let me.
we hear ourselves talking, so it's hard.
sorry.
That's okay.
But yeah, so he designed the logo. So it wouldn't be like copyrighted. The 4 logos.
So the logo she designed for the T-shirt had 4 elephants on it. It turns out all 4 elephants were crazy. I wore the T-shirt. How they could get it because it was such a cool T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And did you hear me there? Because we were frozen.
Yeah, I heard that. You had the 4 elephants, and
Okay.
people asked about the shirt. Yep.
Right. So we had to come up with a logo. So we got this logo guy. And the first logo he came up with was just the elephant. And I said, Isis, you work with him and come and you have the final say. And she was the one that said, I want a baby on the logo. So they worked back and forth, and that's where we have the logo. That's what we came up, or what she came up with.
That's awesome. So stand up. Let's see the whole thing. If you can get a little closer, that's great. A silhouette of the mama and the white knockout of the baby. That is beautiful. That is really
really
Yeah.
good.
He added the tail there.
Yeah, the
I
tail
like
wraps
that.
around the trunk, so it came out really cool.
Yeah, there's a little bit of love there, showing the connection with mama and baby. So the story behind it, what made you decide to create a merchandising clothing type company?
So I think that we were watching a National Geographic show, and that's just like when it kind of hit us. Like, wait, maybe we should make a business out of this because I feel like because everyone always asks him where he gets that shirt, and yeah.
Yeah, so we came up with the idea. We saw a show about poaching, and we kind of at the same time like, wow, if we sell the shirt, we should donate the money, and that's how it started. And we sat down and came up with a little bit of a business plan, and we designed the website and the logo, and it went live last Friday. So here we are.
Wow, live just a week ago. That's cool.
Just a week ago, it went live. Yep.
So Isis and Alan, it's your dad right behind you. So you guys created a website. You've got a built-in shopping cart where you've got all these items. Tell me about some of the items. I don't have that ready to show everybody, but you've got a lot of things on there, right?
35.
35 items, yeah.
35. Now you've got a mask. I saw. That's really cool.
Yeah, I decided that one.
You did it. She designed all the items. She picked
Almost
which
all.
ones, and she designed the logos and what they said and everything. So she was in charge of that.
That's amazing.
Got some cool stuff on there. Tell them what's on there.
And you know what? I did not put your it's a crazy day. I completely forgot to put your name at the bottom. But Isis Langer, I could probably add that right now if I wanted to do that. And I'm going to put the web address on there as well. Isis Langer.
So we have a bunch of items on there. One of them is a hat.
Yep.
There's hats and it has like an engraved Elapa thing. My personal favorite is a travel mug that we did, and the letters "because animals can't shoot back" is wrapped around the bottom.
Yeah.
With the logo. That's just my personal favorite.
Yeah, that's a great phrase. So who came up with that? Animals can't fight. No, it's because animals can't fight back, right?
Shoot back, yeah.
Because animals can't shoot back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to take credit for that. We were kicking around ideas, and I read a quote, and it's actually on our website, the quote about the innocence of animals and how that makes them powerful. But they're still innocent, and they can't defend themselves against man. And that phrase popped in my head. And as soon as I told her, she's like, "That's it. That's the phrase we're using. That's the one." So that's basically our tagline: because animals can't shoot back.
I'll tell you, that's an emotional tagline. That's one of the most emotional taglines I've heard in a long time, because it reveals what's really going on. That animals should be able to fight back or shoot back, but they don't. It's just they don't know how to. They wouldn't anyway. And
I mean, I don't know where they would get a gun too.
I know they couldn't. I don't know where they would get it, but the fact that they're just being poached and they remove the tusks from the elephants and then they die. From what I'm hearing, so
it's really awful.
It's just all bad. So you support these anti-poaching sites. Can you tell me about some of the sites?
So I don't really know many sites, but I do know that we have a video on our website, and it's this team that has to go and actually remove like a rhino's horn, so to help it stay alive, so it won't like get killed by poachers, even though it has no defense now. But because without a horn, it's useless to poachers.
So that's what it's come down to. Is there's organizations now in Africa that actually cut off the horns of these beautiful animals to save their lives, but they're cutting away their defenses as well, just to save their lives. But the top 5 anti-poaching organizations are what we're going to donate to: World Wildlife Fund, the Animal Defense League. They're all on the website, and we're going to, we've been in touch with them, and whatever initiatives they come up with, they'll be in touch with us, and we'll donate throughout the year to whatever they're doing.
So I've got your name down there, and I want everyone to go on there. Is it spelled right? elapa.squarespace.com.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so go there, and you'll be amazed. 13-year-old CEO has created this company to help raise awareness and funding to back these companies that will stop the poaching. How's it going? Is poaching still a real big thing, or have you read up on it that it's maybe dwindling and lowering? What's going on with that?
No, I'm pretty sure the numbers are actually rising, right?
Yeah, it's still the number one reason why an animal species will go extinct. It's still the number one reason. Yeah, hunting. What's that?
Wow.
No, don't worry about it.
And so,
it's
not just elephants, right? Is it other animals too?
It's all animals, almost all animals, all over the world.
So going there to elapa.squarespace.com, I want everyone to bookmark that, because this is going to be a great gift for the holiday. In fact, my daughter, she had a little budget, and she says, "Dad, could I buy this?" She was going to go to Wish or something and buy something. And it was an elephant for her friend who loves elephants, but it was she was only going to spend like $3, so it didn't work. But she's like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cool." But, I don't know, maybe we'll raise the budget a little bit. We'll see. But everybody loves elephants. My favorite is a giraffe, but elephants are beautiful and majestic, and they have feelings, and they care, they mourn. There's so many things that many of us have read about them. So I think it's great that you're doing this. So do you see Elepa
And just so
merchandising
you
in
know, Dave,
stores down the road?
yeah, so before you answer that, just so when they go to the website, on the top navigation, it'll say the store. When you
Mm-hmm.
go to the store at the top, if you click on the catalog, it'll go to all the items. The featured section on the middle of the website only shows like 8 items, and some
Yeah.
people think that's all we have, but click on the catalog and you go to all 35 items.
Right.
Just a little heads up.
And Alan, can you tell me the code again, and we'll describe what the code
Yeah,
is?
so we have a special code for people listening to this show. They're going to get 10% off through Sunday, and the code is Save the Elephants. Plural, Save the Elephants. If they put that in the promo box when they're checking out, they'll get 10% off of their purchase.
All right, I just put that in there so you can see that. So, yep, go to the right spot on the website to find it. Looks like Save the Elephants. Save the heel.
Save the Elephants, but you can space it. It's like you don't have to put it all together. It's just Save the Elephants like a sentence.
All right. I'm such a digital guy. I'm like, no spaces
Yeah,
between
you don't have to
anything.
do that.
There we go. Save the Elephants. Easy. I think that's great what you're doing. And to be 13 years old, when did this idea come out? Because this isn't new, right? You've been working on this?
Yeah, for about 2 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, the T-shirt, she was 10, she's 12 now. So people started asking me about the T-shirt as soon as I got it. So we've been thinking about selling it for a year, but we didn't want to just sell it just to make money. And then this idea came up probably in January, right before COVID.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Oh, and for his birthday, I think it was, I used to go to this rock gym, and I asked, I don't know, it was just like a long shot, and I asked if I could maybe sell, if we were to make this a business, I was asking if I could, like, who would we talk to get a shirt into their store that they have there, and that was kind of my Christmas gift to him, was that little business card of who to talk to. I still have that, by the way.
That's cool. That's very
Yeah.
cool. So you want to get your merch into stores. Give me the top 3 that you think would be really good. Probably Roger Williams Park.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that would be like one of the top goals is to get at least, because I see a lot of small businesses in that little Roger Williams Park, the store, the gift
Mhm.
shop. I see a lot of small business like T-shirts and stuff. So I hope that we could get at least 1 or 2 T-shirts in there.
Wow. Well, I wish I knew someone there. I knew someone a long time ago. They're no longer there. They were in marketing. But if anyone's listening, if you know anybody that works at a zoo, is the office manager at a zoo, anywhere in the U.S., because we got people all over the place. Like, for instance, who do we have? We have Rick Greenwood from San Diego, the San Diego Zoo. How would you like to be in the San Diego
San
Zoo?
Diego Zoo, that would be easy.
Rick, do you know anybody at the San Diego Zoo? He's my buddy there. Bob Salvis, excellent. Sal is from Helsinki and the Great Barrier Reef. Okay. So that, what else did I have to say? That threw me. Helsinki. Is there a zoo in Helsinki? The Great Barrier Reef has a big zoo. What would you like to tell people? What's your number one thing you want to get out as far as message goes, Isis?
Healthy animals, buy the merchandise, donate.
You guys can go to the store, and if you don't need like any new merchandise, you can always donate to us. Like, less is more, I guess, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anything helps.
Anything.
Anything helps. Yeah, so that's good. So they don't have to buy anything. They could just go. There is a donate button on there. Is that correct?
Yes.
Nice.
One time or month.
And the money
They
goes towards 3 of the big nonprofits
can
that help.
you
I'm sorry, you froze up.
Yeah. You guys can do a one-time donation or a monthly contribution.
Oh, okay. One
And
time or a monthly
it goes to the
contribution.
top three. It goes to the top three anti-poaching organizations in the world that we're working
Nice.
with.
There you go. All right. Anybody have any questions for Isis? We've got one here. We've got Yordanos. You're amazing, Isis Langer. So mature for your age.
Thank
That's
you.
that is so cool, huh? You got fans already. Do you have a Facebook page that people could start following you, or an Instagram, or maybe a
Yes,
TikTok?
we. So right now we're working on TikTok. For some reason, this dining info isn't working, but we do have an Instagram page. It's ellipod.insta.
I'm sorry, Elipod dot what?
Insta, INSTA.
Elipod dot. Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna put another one up here. Uh,
And then for TikTok, it would be ellipod.org.
And then Facebook.
Elope.
Facebook, we will have ready next week.
All right, right there. There's another one. We're gonna
Yep.
do a big collection here. Elipod.insta obviously makes sense.
And then
That's Instagram. So
ellipod.org for TikTok.
what is it? Same word for TikTok?
No, ellipod.org.
Oh,
ORG.
I'm gonna run out of space here. You know what? We'll just do that. Actually, if they go to your website, all the social is up there, right? They can just click and follow.
Yes.
All right, I can get rid of
Facebook
all
should be
these things.
ready. Facebook should be ready next week.
Nice. We got Samir, fire merch. That's awesome. There, he's already looking. Samir, go ahead and buy. This is good. Good holiday time to save the elephants. It's a season of giving. So, let's help out these animals that can't help, that can't shoot back, can't fight back. It's great having you on the show. Really is. I'm
Thank
really
you.
encouraged. You're a 12-year-old. 12 or 13? What am I writing? 12. You're a 12-year-old CEO,
I'm 12.
and
I'm
you
12.
have a bright future.
Thank you.
You really do.
Thank
Do you
you,
think
Dave.
I have a bright
Thanks for
future?
having us on. What was that?
Do you think I have a bright future?
Maybe.
My wife gave me this. She wanted me to wear it, but I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know if you have a bright future anymore.
I just got a little dense over the last minute by just putting that on once. Isis and Alan, thank you so much for coming on, and stay on in the
Thank you,
green
Dave.
room, and we'll
Thank
bring
you.
everybody on, have a little celebration, and
Okay.
go ahead and pour some eggnog or some adult eggnog or milk, whatever you want to have,
Cheers.
and have that ready. Awesome.
No.
What do you got,
All right.
Isis? What are you drinking?
I just finished it, but it's milk and caramel syrup because we
Oh.
don't have any eggnog.
You just missed a great joke. You should have said, Dave, I'm drinking goat milk. That would have been really funny right now.
Yeah, but I don't get it.
I don't
What
either.
is that?
Dave tells jokes that nobody gets.
Never mind. Well, you saved the elephants, but you're drinking goat milk? That's kind of... It was a bad joke. Anyway, stay in the green room. We'll come back for a party in a little bit. I got a guest coming up next. Thank you so much for coming
Thank
on,
you.
Isis. See you in
Thank
a little
you.
bit. All right, let me take this down. So remember, go to elapa.squarespace.com and go to, and I forget what Alan said. I think it's a gallery or the merch. Not quite sure. But anyway, you'll find it. You'll see all the categories of all the merchandise that they're selling. And there's the code, Save the Elephants. So I am going to get rid of that. And I am going to hide. Can I do that? Save the elephants. I'm going to hide that for my next guest. All right, my next guest. Let's see. What do we got here? My next guest. Right here. Any chocolate lovers out there? First of all, thanks for tuning in. If you're just showing up, this is Eggnog with Dave. It's a one-time show. I do it at the end of the year, or I happen to be doing it at the end of the year. It's my last episode of 2020. It's normally Wine with Dave, but tonight it's Eggnog with Dave. But my next guest is going to make your mouth water. Are you ready for this? Let's cue him up, shall we? My second guest, Robert Bailey, is going to make your mouth water, describing the best chocolate, in his words, in the entire world. Zotter Chocolates from Austria. Today happens to be National Chocolate Covered Anything Day. And I want to introduce you to a good friend of mine, Rob Bailey. There he is. And he's covered with Rob, you're covered with chocolate.
It's what? National Covered Chocolate Everything Day or whatever.
You got chocolate all over your face. What are you doing? What do you think of that, Rob? Today is National Chocolate Covered Anything Day.
I didn't even know that. I had no idea until you brought it up, but I didn't know about the 9 things. I didn't know about Christmas either.
Amazing. Jingle Bells is made for Thanksgiving, not even for Christmas.
You know, this show is so informative.
I try to educate. I try to educate and entertain. That's my goal. That's why I'm paid the big bucks. Let's just start. You know, I was on, and let me turn this on because let me turn that on, but I'm going to change it. So don't worry. Hang in there. I did not have time. Rob Bailey, and it is ZotterUSA.com.
You know, while you're getting that set up, I'm going to tell you something. I guess I'm a CEO too of this business. I just made a CEO decision based on that interview that you did with ISIS. Yeah. I've just decided, and I've talked to the entire board about this, and we have decided that 100% of all of the profits that we make in December will go to ELIPA.
Come on, that's awesome.
It's the right thing. It's the right thing.
That is amazing. Is she's still listening? She better be listening. Where is she's in the green room? I see Alan. 100% of the profit of Zotter Chocolate in December is going towards ELIPA.
Right.
Come on. Thank you so much. What a great gift. You just made our night. That's so cool. Look at her. She's in the back. Yeah, I'm going to bring her on for a second.
Like, keep that look.
What do you think of that?
That's amazing.
Did you hear about that?
Oh my God, thank you.
Well, we got to get lots of people to buy though, but that's I think they'll like the chocolate, and I know that they love you.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you very much, Robert. That is so generous of you. Thank you.
So I'll let you go. I'll put you back in the green room because you're going to need some tissue paper, I think. Kleenex.
Yeah.
That is so big of you, and talking to the board and making that happen. So everybody out there listening, go to Zotter. Oh, I just let it go. Go to ZotterUSA.com and you can order. Now, tell me how this all works, Robert. How do you order the chocolate there? Is there a better way?
Yeah, and we're doing this. We're doing this for all of your viewers and listeners. And this is not just here, but in the playback too. This goes through. Well, I'll tell you, we'll run this through January just in case people catch up during the holidays. So if you go to ZotterUSA.com, what's right up there, and you put in a code offer RB, that's for me, OFFER RB, you'll get a 10% discount on that website.
All right, it's offer RB. Offer RB. Let me put that in here.
When you get to the checkout, there'll be a code, and you'll put it in there.
And there you go. And if these chocolate, we're going to get to the taste of these in a minute, and you're going to want them. Yeah. But when you go and you order them, put in the code right at the checkout, and then all that will, first of all, you'll get a little bit of a discount, right? But then profits could go towards ELIPA. You also have another deal going on. Why don't you want to wait to talk about that in a few minutes? Talk about the chocolates first?
Yeah, let's put that at the end because I want people to hear about the chocolate. They'll say, well, we don't know anything about it.
Then talk about the chocolate. Let's go.
Yeah. So what happened with this? This is not my primary business, but my partner and I became involved in this because we saw it as a way to get people talking. And you know what I love about your show tonight is that all three of your guests, including myself, we were talking about very simple things for the holidays. We're not talking about complex things. We're not buying cars. We're not, taking everybody to Hawaii, It's very simple. So I love Elapa and the idea of getting something there. It's the very same thing with chocolate. If you give somebody really good chocolate, they'll never forget you, and they'll never forget the chocolate. And it's very simple. It's a nice gesture. Sort of like if you look at the old Christmas movies, it was or you read the old Christmas stories, it was such a treat to get an orange.
Yeah.
I mean, when you in the colonial times and after that in the Victorian times, if you got an orange Christmas, it made your whole season because it was so rare. And so it's a similar thing with this chocolate. It's so unusually good. And these are some of the reasons why we think it's so good. Number one, it tastes fabulous. I'm going to give you a little sample here. Only I'm going to have to show you what it tastes like.
Yes.
So that's going to be a very dramatic
theater of the mind. We can figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. But this chocolate is naturally sourced. It's fair traded. It's from, I'm going to hold up a couple of bars just so you can see. The artwork is all made for each bar.
Yeah, so hold it steady because somehow,
okay?
Yeah, your camera is coming in very fuzzy. Make sure you have all your apps shut down. But hold the bar right at the lens and don't move it so it can focus in. There we go. Yeah, that's beautiful artwork.
Yeah, so that's one. This is 70% cocoa. Here's another one that's 100% cocoa.
Mm-hmm.
I have that right there. And each of these are 2 bars in each of these, like so. Yeah. So you get that. But each of these are very dark, very high cocoa content. So it's very healthy for you. That's another thing I like about this. Cocoa has the riboflavins in it the way that red wine does. You know about that. Yeah. And it helps reduce inflammation. So if you get an inexpensive candy bar, not only does it add a lot of calories, but it also doesn't give you the health benefits. This has fewer calories. I did the math the other day. If you eat a third of the normal chocolate bar that you would normally eat, it's equivalent to eating one of these bars. Wow. In other words, you've got a higher quality bar and you've got a better taste and you got a better character to the overall bar, and it's good for you. So what we like about this company is, as I said, it's fair trade. It's sourced from cocoa plantations all over the world. It's fair traded with all of those farmers. It's bean to bar, so there's no adulteration in it. It's very, very pure. I love that the bars come with eating instructions. Can you imagine? It comes with eating instructions.
Well, and I went on the website and it said something about how they layer the different flavors on top. So as you're biting through, you're tasting layer by. It's not just a mix of flavor.
Right.
It's layered, so it hits your palate differently. Tell me about the instructions.
So I'm going to let you choose. Let's do a demo here. I'm going to let you choose. Do you want to try whiskey and bacon, or do you want to try hazelnut brittle?
Oh, I am a whiskey and bacon guy. Are you serious? Bacon?
Yeah. Do you see that? Do you like that? This is
looks like the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, exactly.
And Andy Warhol art. Yep.
I'm gonna get this right.
Oh my goodness.
Pretty fun, right?
Any guys out there, you want to give me a gift? Whiskey and bacon, Zotter chocolate.
Is that fun? So let's give it a taste.
Let's give it a taste. Meanwhile, I'm going to bring up some of these things. Bob Goldberg, where do we go buy some chocolate? So I just put that up there. I'm a little late on bringing up these comments. While Rob's opening the chocolate, Bob Goldberg, you can go to Zotter. It's actually pronounced Zotter, not Zotter. Zotter USA. That's where you get it. So here we go. Yeah, bring that really close to your lens so we can see the layers. That is quite amazing. I mean, it's a work of art.
Isn't that good? Now let's just taste it. Do you want to taste it?
Go ahead.
Okay. Isn't that good?
Is it crispy?
It's a little crispy on the inside. But the trick to really enjoying this is to let the chocolate melt in your mouth. And almost like drinking a great wine, you let it go over the back of your tongue and around so you get the different flavors. And with each of these flavored bars, here's another one here. This is French white nougat. This is another one I have.
Oh, man.
Each of these flavors, once you get through the chocolate, then you get into the filling, and then it explodes because it usually has a couple of different flavors in it. So this bar, the whiskey and bacon that we're trying right now, do you enjoy it so far, Dave?
Yeah, I mean, I can tell.
Can you taste the bacon?
I can smell the bacon all the way to West Palm Beach, Florida.
So this is dark
before you go
chocolate.
any further, that crispiness, is that the bacon or is that just a layer that's in there to add texture?
I'm going to read you the ingredients,
Okay.
and you'll know right away.
We can close our
Dark
eyes and
chocolate
listen.
milk. Yeah, and you'll get the savor of the taste as I read it to you.
Okay.
So if you close your eyes and just gently let the chocolate melt over your tongue, the dark chocolate filled with whiskey ganache, hazelnut praline, and pork cracklings.
Good writing.
And this, in the interest of full disclosure, it also says contains alcohol, but that's the whiskey, of course.
That is good copywriting.
Isn't that?
You're a big copywriter yourself. That is
I love
beautifully written.
copywriting, and that's another thing that comes with it. But let me show you here. This is kind of cool. On the inside of the wrapper, this is a good marketing thing because look at the inside of the wrapper. No wasted space. Let me get it right there.
Yep.
Okay, so no wasted space. So I'm going to read this to you so you get an idea, because I know you got chocolate lovers on right now. Whiskey and bacon, crunchy and merry. How appropriate is that? Dark chocolate with 70% cocoa content and an exceptional filling that tastes fantastic. For the whiskey filling, smoked bacon rinds from our own pigs are bathed in whiskey. Those pigs are very happy. Once the whiskey has taken the subtle smoky flavors, the bacon rinds are taken out, and the bacon flavored whiskey then flows into ganache of dark milk chocolate with 60% cocoa and a bit of caramel. We then create the second crunchy filling from caramelized pork cracklings dipped in hazelnut praline and milk chocolate, rounded off with a little cinnamon.
Wow. That is
Now,
absolutely,
if you gave that,
that is absolutely delicious. Those words are delicious.
these bars will keep Santa coming back far longer than a cookie.
Can you buy them in the States, or is this a European chocolate that just gets shipped?
This is a European chocolate. We got distribution in the Breakers Hotel down here, and there's some distribution in a few big stores in New York and San Francisco, but it's not widely distributed. That's why this website, this web address that you put up is so useful.
Yes. No one's heard of it. So write that
Yep.
down, guys. Zotter USA, and go there. They're from Austria. And you know what? Go to YouTube and type in Zotter Chocolates. There's about 5 videos, and one of them is just your mouth will water. They do one thing. It looks like and no offense to Zotter Chocolates, but it looks like a Kit Kat bar. It's nowhere near that. It's long, and they dip it in this, it looks like really thick milk, and they stick a straw in so it melts inside the milk. Can you explain that? What is that?
I don't even know what you saw. The part of the problem that I have in telling you what it is, do you know there are 150 flavors of these bars?
Really?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did
I mean,
not
you
know
could
that.
go a long time before you tried all the flavors.
So Luz is just asking, oh, nice. You guys have vegan chocolate. That's perfect for me.
There you go. Yeah.
Bob Goldberg, that's funny, Luz. I just saw that too. So people, you guys stay on the show, but you can still keep that browser open. They're already looking at it. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Carolyn Matthews, what wine or whiskey would you pair with these two chocolates? Yummy.
Wow. I'll tell you, Dave, I bet you have an opinion on this, but I'm going to give you mine.
for it.
I love, we found a really nice, very mellow Pinot Noir goes great with this. And especially when you get into the dark chocolate. Oh, the best. Do you have what's your favorite?
I'm a cab guy all the way. I like heavy.
Perfect.
So would there be probably a lemon or something very vanilla-y? Lemon might go well with a cab, a heavy cab.
Yeah. There's
Probably.
there are a couple lemon bars. You know, there's one that is my personal favorite. I happen to like some white chocolates. There's a bar that's coconut that I don't eat many of these bars all at once, but that's the one that I eat all at one sitting.
Wow. Carolyn's just saying, love your description of the chocolates. Kudos to the writer who wrote that stuff, because that's what sells
the copy's
chocolate.
good. Yeah. The copy's great, and the artwork, which you've seen too. I mean, it's really just incredible.
Oh, that came in really sharp. Can you turn that the back? Can we see that?
You
That is
see
such powerful artwork.
all the wording and stuff. I mean, you got so much information there.
There's
Here, see, this is a
line
good example. See the calories, 200. The
Yep.
average candy bar that you see in a store is 600 calories,
Right.
and this is 2 bars.
Really? 100 calories per bar.
Right? See that?
That's amazing. So bean to bar. That just means nothing has been thrown in the middle there. It just gets right to where it needs to go, is with your mouth.
If you go up on I bet that on the YouTube page there are some videos of the manufacturer. I know I've got some here that we show people of the manufacturer. I mean, it's just here. I'll show you this is from one of the books that we've got.
Yeah.
About this is what they do. You know, so this is the sorting. I mean, it's just extraordinary, and it's really it's a family business. It's interesting. You know, we all talk about coffee, and we talk about wine and stuff, but these people have the same feeling about cocoa beans.
Yeah, so they treat it like a wine. That makes a lot of sense. All right, let's get to the big thing. You have a very special giveaway I've never even heard about coming up right now. Let's talk about this. For
anyone who purchases using this offer, and it'll be easy to track, beside the ELIPA contribution, in addition to the ELIPA contribution, anybody who buys, let's give it a minimum. Let's have a minimum of 3 bars, let's say, because you should have the 3 bars anyway. There are too many tastes for you not to try a few. Will automatically be entered into a drawing that we'll do here on another wine when Wine with Dave returns, probably in January sometime. We will raffle off 1 edible gold wrapped bar to that person, and I'll send that to them.
Did you hear that? Real gold, edible gold wrapped chocolate.
There's not another one on the planet.
You will be eating gold. Now, I want you to imagine Willy Wonka, where he was so excited he got the golden ticket. You'll be biting into gold chocolate. How do they do that? I would think that's a mineral. That's a metal or a mineral.
Dave, I've told you everything I can tell you. I can't tell you anymore.
You can't. You would have to just kill me live on.
I'm afraid so.
This is great having you on. So guys, help ELIPA by buying. You also help yourself because you're getting the wine of chocolates in Zotter, real Australian chocolate. And type in that code. Take a picture of this. If you're watching this on your desktop, grab your camera, take a shot of this, a screenshot. ZotterUSA.com. Code is OfferRB for Rob Bailey. OfferRB. Use that. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing by Friday. I'm going to do that. Order some, and maybe I will be getting the golden ticket. All I could think is Willy Wonka, and he's got the golden ticket, and everyone wants it.
Yeah, so, it's perfect. It's perfect.
I think the key is
this is such a great thing to share too.
They're going to have to photograph it, put it on Instagram and all over the place.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you can share this everywhere, and that's really why we got into this in the first place. This is so easy to share. I mean, anybody that you know likes to talk about chocolate? There are a few people I know who say they don't like chocolate, but I don't think they tell the truth. I think everybody likes chocolate. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's nice when you're in business to be able to say, what do you, if somebody says, what do you do? I say, well, do you want some chocolate? You know, and it opens up a conversation at a very different level. It makes it much easier to get into more serious business, knowing that you've got a personality and a character. That's why I love this chocolate. It's a great door opener, but it also happens to be something that's really good for you.
That is awesome. All right. Well, we're going to bring on our next guest, and hang in there because I'm going to bring you back at the very end. Rob, it's been great. Thank you so much for your generous offer to help out the other guest, Ella, with Isis Langer and Alan. And go get that chocolate, that golden chocolate. Come on, people. Zotter Chocolates. Take care. See you in a little bit.
All right, Dave.
All right. My next guest. This is cool. People say you save the best guests for last. That's not true. They're all great. But this one has a very unique story. I mean, really, they're all great stories, right? Where do I put this? I'm going to put this on right there. Guys like cooking? Do you like eating? Any Disney fans out there? Anybody that is going to Disneyland or Disney World and had a meal and loved the meal and said, man, honey, I wish we could make that at home. And now you're watching Eggnog with Dave, and you're going to be very happy because my next guest is the woman who wrote the book, and her name is Ashley Croft. How are you, Ashley?
I'm doing great. How are you, Dave?
Very good. Don't worry, we're going late tonight. We're not going to end at 10. You don't have 9 minutes. So
no worries.
You've got Harry Potter World right behind you against the wall. Tell me about that. You're a fan.
I'm just an overall geek, so you gotta love everything. I've got the lightsabers, I've got the Harry Potter, I've got Mickey, I've got just space stuff up here, so you never know what you're gonna find.
That is funny. I'm trying to get me back. Here we go. I'm clicking all these buttons. I'm like, how do I get back in there? Where am I? I know, I'm like an engineer at the same time. I'm like the Imagineers? Is that what they call them? The guys that do a lot of the work in Disney?
Imagineers.
Imagineers, yeah, the Imagineers. So you were a Disney freak, I heard, as a child, and you grew
That's
up.
Right.
Oh, you know what? I didn't read your bio. I'm sorry. You know what? Let me do it justice here. Hold on. I'm going to put you in. I'm going to do it the right way, okay? All right. My next guest, Ashley Croft. As a child, Ashley grew up in Anaheim, California. She could recite the Star Tours ride by heart, navigate the Disney park without a map, and fell asleep to the sound of Disneyland fireworks. Imagine that kind of childhood. Each night in her bedroom, she heard those fireworks. After 2 internships at Walt Disney World and many, many more visits to the Disney parks, Ashley is now one of the leading experts of Disneyland and Walt Disney World. Her popular blog, Ashley Crafted, is best known for featuring recipes inspired by Disney park foods to help people recreate that Disney magic right in their own kitchens. You hear that, honey? Today, Ashley lives in Kansas with her husband Danny and 3 kids, Elliot, Hazel, and Clifford. And if she had a pet mouse, I think I know what she would call him. All right, there's your intro.
Thank you.
Disney freak, tell me about it growing up in Anaheim, so close to Disney World.
Yeah, so we lived right by Disneyland growing up. It was so close that we could go just for a short little trip. Like if we just said, you know what, let's just go and ride Space Mountain. Like we're just going to go to Space Mountain and then that's it. Or we'll just go and get churros or whatever. It was that casual of an occurrence to get to do that, to just say, let's just do this one thing. It didn't have to be a big deal every time. So you get to know it really well that way. And then I ended up working at Disney World, like you said, during college. So at that point, I got to get to know Disney World really well. And it was casual like that again. Like I would be just take a book and sit and people watch, or I would go and eat all the snacks in one place, or try to ride all the rides in one day. It doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. So I've gotten to have those special experiences that almost nobody gets to have.
That's amazing. You were made to just be someone who's thrilled with Disney and to write about it. So you've got Ashley
Yeah.
Craft as a blog. Let me put that down.
Yes.
And I apologize. I did
AshleyCrafted.com.
Ashley Crafted. Okay, where did I put that? Where is it? Right there. Let me double click that. AshleyCrafted.com. All right, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Sorry about that. Usually a little bit more prepared. It was a crazy day. 3 guests. I've never had that. First time. So what do you talk about in Ashley Crafted? What are some of the blog titles? What are some of the things you give away on there?
Well, I have to admit that I'm not very active on my blog since now I'm a full-time author. So I started out, blogging was my first creative medium that I had. And that was what got me started on the copycat recipes. People really liked those. They got really popular.
Mm-hmm.
That was when I decided to get a literary agent and got the deal with Simon & Schuster to write the book. So now I'm mostly spending my time on this stuff.
That's awesome.
And not much on the blog.
Yeah, full-time author. There you go. But being an author, I mean, you got to have a culinary background. Tell me about that.
I am honestly a home cook. I have no culinary training, but I have always been curious in the kitchen, which I think where everybody starts who wants to be great in the kitchen is just being curious. And I always would take a recipe and never stick with it. I would substitute things in and out if I thought it needed some more spices, if I needed some more flavors, if I wanted different garnishes, whatever. I would always change it up. And that's just the beginnings of becoming a recipe creator. And anybody can do that. So I've just spent a lot of years practicing that techniques.
Yeah. It takes someone who's a little daring, right? With different spices and stuff that other people would say, why would you put that in peanut butter? And really? But you just try that to see the taste.
Yep.
That's amazing. So another question I have for you is, how did that lead to writing the book? You're combining Disney and cooking, and how did that?
Yeah.
Is that how it?
Yeah, it was just always kind of a dream I had, but it was not something that I thought was possible. I mean, if you look at today, traditional publishing is not very common anymore. Usually, if you want to be traditionally published, you have to be a celebrity or you have to have 100,000 followers or whatever. It's really difficult to start from nothing and become traditionally published. And so I didn't really think that was going to be a path for me. But I decided to give it a shot, and I was going to say, like, well, I'll work on it for, I don't know, a set amount of time or something. And if it doesn't work out, then I'll just keep blogging, or I'm happy what I'm doing. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I'm happy being a stay-at-home mom. But I said, if it works out, then that would be a dream come true, and it certainly did.
So tell me about that. What's it been like? You're a bestseller. You're a bestseller. Do you pinch yourself?
Just absolutely wild. I still can't believe it. It's insane. It got on the USA Today best-selling list at number 49 the first week it came out. So it was just massively successful right off the bat. It's only been out for a month already. It's only been out for a month, and it's been sold out on Amazon almost that entire time because they just can't keep up with the stock. It just keeps getting back ordered. So just hugely in demand. I think a lot of people are at home right now during the pandemic. They're sad that they can't be at the parks, and they're spending time with their families, and they're using these recipes as a way to get together and to bring that Disney magic back into their homes.
Right. Well, that's it. People are missing that. I know a lot of Disney people that they're feeling the same thing.
Right.
So I was going to put your website underneath, but it's really not a website. It's Simon & Schuster, and it's Barnes & Noble. So Can you tell
Right.
people how to order the book, or at least put it on back order? Because I'm sure they're going to want to grab this book. This is a hot book right now.
Absolutely. So let me show you the book a little bit. So this is the
Sure.
book.
Yeah.
Your graphic made it look huge. It's not that big. It's pretty small. If anybody thinks they're getting an anthology of some kind, it's pretty thin, but it is one. See, look how fat that
I
is.
know.
It's 100 recipes, so it is a lot of recipes, but it's full of just gorgeous photography. All the photography was done by a photography studio out of California, so they did a really great job with the pictures. Here's the famous Dole Whip that everybody loves.
Right, the Dole Whip. Yeah, people talk a lot about that.
People talk a lot about that. So
Is that easy
these
to
are
make?
just some. It's super easy to make. Yeah.
So a lot of these recipes are just grab those ingredients and just follow you along, and we're making it.
Exactly. Am I frozen?
I can still hear you. You froze for a second. Okay, you're back now.
So yeah, if you want to get a hold of a physical copy of the book, it is hard to get a hold of right now due to the holidays. They are printing them as fast as they can make them. So they are working to get them back in stock. So if you do order them, they will hopefully get to you as soon as possible. But I know as of today, they were temporarily out of stock on Amazon. You can order it, but they will ship it to you once they have it in stock. So I can't give a date on that. If you want it before Christmas, then I recommend you order it from barnesandnoble.com. They currently have it in stock. Or simonandschuster.com, search for the book's title or my name, Ashley Craft. And I'll take you right for Christmas if it says they will. I obviously don't have any control over that, but that's where you can get it. Also, if you want, they have Kindle version that you can get immediately. So if you're worried about not getting it and you want to cook something for Christmas time, then you can get the Kindle edition, and that'll be delivered to your device right away. So,
right. You don't have to print paper. No printing on Kindle. That's great. So you can get it, download it right now, and have it. Actually, you can have it tonight, and it's a little less money.
The price, half the price,
That price. Tell me about the day you heard about you were a bestseller. I just want to get into this.
I don't know. It was just a normal day, but I found out, and it was just super surreal. Like my agent told me. He's my number one fan, so he texted me and let me know that he had seen it was on the list. They don't like USA Today didn't message me. You just find out like anybody else. You just go on the website and see that you're on it. So it was kind of just exciting and a big milestone.
It's
Hopefully it'll keep going.
It's like some people find out they got broken up with their girlfriend through a text.
Yeah,
you're on the bestseller list, and no one called you. It's just, oh yeah, you're there.
I know you don't get like a plaque in the mail or something. I mean, if I do, it's not come yet, but probably not. You just find out about it.
So, Ashley, what's your favorite recipe in the book? Do you have one that you're like, I gotta just go and just do it?
I'm having hot chocolate, by the way. I don't have any eggnog tonight, but I've got some peppermint hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate with Ashley. You should start your own live feed. Yeah. So your favorite recipe, what is that you would like to make?
Okay, so I love a lot of these recipes, but I'd say that those cinnamon rolls that I showed you, the Gaston's Tavern cinnamon rolls, these are probably the recipe that I make most frequently.
Ooh.
This is like a Sunday morning staple in our house. It's basically just massive cinnamon rolls that cut like a cake. Like they're just huge, like full plate size. So, but not hard to make, and just give a super moist, fluffy product because they're so big. They don't dry out. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Take a look at that.
Yeah, pull it a little closer to the camera. We got to see that. Oh my gosh.
So it's got a cream cheese frosting and a butterscotch syrup on top. Everything's homemade. Very good. So I recommend
that's only like 200 calories, just like Zotter chocolate, right?
I know. Sorry, Rob. That's it's not going to be healthy.
I think Rob won the race on this one. I'll just say.
Yeah, no. In fact, this this book only is snacks and treats from the US Disney parks. So it does not have any meals. It doesn't have any sit down food. It's all things that you would hold in your hand. So there's a few different like fun drinks. There's a few different like ice creams or floats. And then there's a lot of just savory and sweet treats. So you're not going to have a sit down meal or something like that in this book.
So are you working on something else now that you're a full-time author? Are you able to let us know what's going on in the future, or a surprise?
Absolutely. As of right now, I am writing a second book, and that has been announced, so I can tell you about it. It's going to be called The Unofficial Disney Parks Drink Recipe Book. So it's going to be all beverages. So it's going to be so fun. Wow. It's 130 recipes, and they're just amazing. I'm super excited for this. It's going to have more pictures than this one, so it's going to be just a gorgeous, bursting with color book. Very, very cool. Excited for it.
That is awesome. I am so proud of you. You grew up as a little girl falling asleep to the fireworks in Anaheim, knowing it's Disneyland. It's like every kid's dream. You end up working there and Disney World interning. And then your love for food, and you're like, heck, I'm going to make a book. Number one, now you're working on a drink book. Like, everything you touch turns to gold. You know what? Don't order from Zotter Chocolate, and do not use that code, because I'm afraid you're going to win.
I will win.
You've got the winning streak, girl. Ashley, that is so cool. So how many pages in that book, and how many recipes again?
This is 100. This is 100 recipes. The other one's going to be 130. So yeah, this is 100 recipes. I mean, the book is about 240 pages long. And,
are there any cakes in there?
There is. There's actually a cheesecake.
Yeah, I'd like to see one of the photos of that.
There's not a photo for that. There is. This one is kind of like a cake. This is a blueberry cream cheese mousse, and it comes from Pandora, so it's supposed to look kind of spacey, kind of out of this world.
Yeah. Look at that.
It's kind of like a little cake.
The world of the blue people. Yeah, the yellow and blue. It's very Star Wars looking.
Right. Yeah. We've got some Star Wars recipes too. I showed the Ronto wraps already, and then we've also got the blue and green milk, which is very popular right now.
Oh wow! Your kids must think they got the coolest mom.
Yeah, they know it. I'm in the middle of recipe testing for the drinks book right now, so they're just getting milkshakes and Slurpees,
I bet prior to, when COVID is over, because it will be someday, your kids are going to be like, come over to my mom's house. My mom is the coolest mom. Disney food for everybody.
Yeah. Hopefully.
That is amazing. Well, thanks so much for coming on the show. And again, another shout out. Do you have an Instagram page? I know you've got a Facebook page.
No, my camera just went crazy. Yeah, my Instagram is ashley.crafted.
Yeah.
At ashley.crafted is my Instagram. So that's where I post most of my stuff. So if you follow me there, that's where you'll get most of my updates.
There you go.
I also have a Facebook of the same name, Ashley Crafted.
So just look for that. Her name is actually Craft, but she's so crafty she added an ed at the end. Little educator. Right. Ashley.crafted. Instagram and Facebook. Go ahead and follow her, as I have, and you'll be up to date on all the new stuff she's coming out with. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Anything you need, any kind of promotion, I'll keep pushing it. What a great Christmas gift. But if you really want to give it to someone and the books are sold out, like she said, you can get it on Kindle. So, Ashley, thank you so much for coming on again. MICKEY. See you real soon. How's the song go?
Right. MICKEY.
Why?
MOUSE.
Because we love you.
Yep.
Right. What's the see you real soon? What's that? Oh, that's the C.
MIC. See you real soon. KEY. Why? Because we love you. MOUSE.
Okay. I had to write little spelling lesson there. Well, thanks so much, and hang in there. We're going to bring everybody on. And I got a special song for my daughter, and then we are going to bring you on, put you in the green room here. Ashley, that was so awesome having her on. And Rob and Isis, and they're all there waiting. Isis is combing her hair, I can see. Rob is enjoying some delicacies that I only wish I could have right now. Hey guys, this is really special. My daughter has been working on a song. She's next door in her room, and she was working on this piano part, and I think she nailed it. And let me go to her right now. It's like a minute long. My daughter, 15 years old, Alina Englund, playing a little special on Eggnog with Dave. That's cool. That's Alina Englund, my daughter. She's a piano player. So, I'm on a new scene. That's cool. You don't know what to expect. All these scenes pop up. Yeah, 15 years old. You know what happened? She started playing guitar. I showed her a few things. And one day the string broke, thank God. And I was busy and I didn't change the string, didn't go out and buy a new set of strings. And because of that, she got bored. She just had music in her. And she's like, well, we got this old plastic keyboard in the basement. Ran downstairs, plugged it in, started doing the chopsticks. And then all of a sudden, that was it. That was her instrument. So thank God for a broken string. But she went back to guitar, so she plays both. She's amazing, amazingly talented girl. All right, so I'm going to bring everybody on. Let me go back to this and bring all the folks on, starting with Isis. Isis is in the house. And
That was really good.
Daughter.
That was really good.
yeah, wasn't it great? We're going to add everybody. Boom, one big happy family. Move this down here. Hey, everybody watching, just give us some likes if you like the show. We're running a little bit late, but it's okay. I don't have to cut to a commercial. I don't get employed by NBC or CBS or one of those guys. But you guys were the best. Seriously, I'm kind of emotional now. This is like the perfect Christmas holiday season with the chocolates and the Disney story of the little girl growing up and a 13-year-old CEO. And isn't that cool? Oh, don't everyone answer at once. That's okay.
It's great. It was a great show and great fun.
Very
Thank
cool.
you, Dave. And Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, this was fun.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas. So, Isis, you've got get ready for all the orders because it's going to be probably a bunch coming through with everybody watching. If anyone has any
I hope
questions right now, leave it because I'm going to end with a closing joke and we're going to do a little celebratory clink. I usually do a virtual clink, but it's going to be interesting. I have to clink up and down like the Brady Bunch. But get your drinks ready. Let me see if anyone has Any questions? Rick Greenwood loves it. Carolyn, that's cool. Awesome. Alina and Luz, that was great. Thank you, Luz, for showing up again. Once again, let me bring the logo right in the middle because I'm kind of a graphic designer kind of guy. It's got to be in the middle. Look at that. That looks good. I should take a picture of that. Hold on. Everybody smile. Let me do that. Get this out of the way. Down there. All right. Oh, hold up your drinks.
I don't have any, but
All right. It's kind of like the class of 2020.
Yeah.
All right. I got a joke, and they're not always good. So I don't know what to say about that. But sometimes they're good. Sometimes they're not so good. But I don't know if you know this, and I haven't told many people, but I have an uncanny ability to guess what's wrapped inside of a Christmas gift. What's inside of a wrapped Christmas gift? I'm sorry. I have the uncanny ability to guess what's inside the wrapped Christmas present. You might call it a gift.
That one I got.
Did you get it, Isis? You might call it a gift.
I don't think so. I don't think I got it.
Yeah,
Ponder
I'm
that.
with you.
Ponder that. Take care, everybody. All of you guys stay on.
All right,
I'm
thank
gonna
you.
bring on 2 more minutes. Everybody take care. Everyone has an expiration date, so love the one you with. Love all your friends. And happy holiday and Merry Christmas to all.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.